All right, folks. It's going to be gone today or tomorrow since I'm recording it the night before. And today is going to be March 7th. And we're going to start looking into bridge design. Now, the thing that you are going to be working on today is you're simply just going to try and build a bridge using the bridge building software. On the Windows computers, if you hover over to the lower middle section down here where you see my cursor, you should be able to hit a magnifying glass, and you're simply just going to type in the words bridge builder. Now, before you just simply hit enter, you need to look for a specific software so you don't open up a Bing page on accident. So for me, since I'm on a Mac, I have to hit the magnifying glass in the upper right hand corner. For Windows, yours are going to be in the lower center. I'm going to simply just search for bridge design or bridge builder, but we're looking specifically for Bridge Designer 2016. And you should just get this little app that pops up, something like this. Okay. Open that up, and it's going to bring you up to a pop-up page, something like this. There's a few things that we're going to need to set up, and there are a few things that we will I'll show you how to get started, and then you're going to have today and tomorrow when I get back to actually just kind of run through the simulation software. So it's going to give you some design tips of the day. Unless you want to look at all of these, you can actually uncheck show tips at startup and go ahead and hit close. So then you get to the welcome to page. You're going to create a new bridge design, and we're just going to hit OK there. It's going to give you a bunch of different setups. We are going to be doing a bridge design that will span 18 inches. So I should have this in Google Classroom as well. You're going to have to span 18 inches. Let me take that back. You're going to span a 16-inch gap. So I'm going to give you 18 inches to actually build your bridge. So you should have 1-inch extensions off to the sides. That should be plenty. So your bridges will sit on the top of this gap where you'll have 1 inch on either side, trying to show my camera, 1 inch on either side, and then 16 inches for your actual gap. So right now it says 44 meters. We want to change that to 16 meters just to make it easy. So design requirements, blah, blah, blah. We're going to just go ahead and hit next. We are not going to be participating in a local bridge design contest. So you can just hit no and move on. Your deck elevation, we'll keep that at 16 meters. Make it standard, no piers, no cable anchorages because you're not going to be doing that. And continue moving on. We're going to continue just with medium strength concrete. Keep that the same for everybody. We're not doing high strength concrete. We're doing loading, which is standard 225 kilonewtons. For a truck with 2 lanes. It seems fine. We're going to hit next. Template, none. Don't need to worry about that. Make sure everything is all good. Steel trusses, we're going to keep that the same. So only like 1 or 2 that we actually changed. Just make sure that you're switching your deck to 16 meters. It's deck elevation. I think that should be elevation this way though. Excuse me. Nope. Deck elevation 16 meters. So that would be across. So we're going to go through, check all those off, we'll hit finish. So then you'll end up seeing an image that kind of looks like this, and your cursor will make different things. What you need to do is you're going to create a bridge that spans across this gap. So the way that this software works is you end up actually picking a spot for you to be able to start and click and drag different beams. These are, it's the joint tool. So then what you're going to end up starting with is just creating each of your points. You can see I've spent a lot of time on this. So you're just going to create your anchor points. So these ones are already created for you, so we don't need to worry about that. But I'm just going to start without really too much intuition on bridges. I think I kind of understand that triangles are going to be your best friend. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to do a joint right at the top of each of these triangles. and I'm going to switch to a tool that has my member creation, and that one you end up clicking and dragging. So our road is going across. So we've got an asphalt surface, we've got a concrete deck, and then we've also got floor beams that are going across. That's what all these dots are. So all you need to do is just create the supports that go through. And you'll notice every time that I'm creating a new bar, you're going to see something called load over on the right side. That is how much weight bearing we're either compressing into those or how much tension we're providing on those as well. But you're not seeing those compression and tension strengths just yet because we still need to go through, finish building our bridge, and then test it. So I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to draw a really rough design bridge and go through and put some cross members up on top because that seems like what I'm supposed to do. Yada, yada, yada. Maybe some down below to make sure that those are kosher. Yeah, that looks like it. That looks like a bridge, right? So I go through. A couple things you should start to notice is that not only do I have material types, I've got cross sections, I've got sizes, I've got lengths, and I've got slenderness. And we're going to end up looking for our testing here soon. You're going to also notice that I have a number. So right now I'm sitting at $325,000 just in materials costs. Okay, let's see if this bridge actually works, which means that we have to find the test button, which is, where was that? Run the load test animation. So that's that teal button right there. Ooh. Okay, so red bar means that it's compressing, blue bar is tensioning, and our truck did not make it across. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our normal view of editing. So that's this one right here, and then the teal one is the animation. So I'm getting a lot of compression on all of these red ones, getting a lot of tension on all these blue ones, but it looks like we failed at the compression on this upper center one. What's cool too is you can also check to see which ones ended up getting compressed to the point of failure. So right now I'm at 1.05 forces on bars 22 and 23. And what I can actually do is I can take those two bars, and there are two buttons to change the sizes. So I can decrease the size of the selected members. So if I wanted to make those bigger, I could just add some tension to it. And you'll notice that the compression strengths will change. So I jumped that up quite a bit. I also increased my price, but I want to run that simulation again to see how those hold up this time. So those two middle ones seem to be doing better. Okay, on my second go, I got a good working bridge. Now, my challenge, though, is this money number we want to make as low as possible. So my challenge is to see if you can get under $200,000. Good luck. See you tomorrow.